BBC Newsnight presenter Victoria Derbyshire erupted in a furious clash with Labour's Jake Richards over mental health. BBC's flagship news programme Newsnight aired a very awkward clash between presenter Victoria Derbyshire and Labour MP Jake Richards last night, March 17, as she grilled the politician on claims mental health issues are being overdiagnosed. The government is cracking down on PIP claims as part of its welfare reforms, which has led mental health charity Mind to issue an urgent statement. Victoria kicked off the row by questioning, "Where's the evidence that mental health issues are being overdiagnosed?" as the Health Secretary claimed on television yesterday. A slightly awkward Richards responded, "Well, we've seen, I think, in your presentation," and Nick was speaking about the increase in psychiatric conditions which has led to, applications for PIP. Cutting him off, Victoria asked, "Sure, but where's the evidence for overdiagnosis?" Leaving the MP stuttering slightly as he tried to say, well, some might say in and of itself that it's suggestive of a pattern. Victoria cut back in, "Really? Because the mental health charity Mind would really like to know where the evidence is." Richards' reply was, "I've seen Mind's email that was sent to MPs today and I really want to meet with them to discuss that further, but I think on the issue of when Derbyshire tried to interject again, he said, 'Just bear with me a minute, Victoria, I think this issue of mental health diagnosis and disability is much more complex than one government action or one piece of legislation. We need to have a grown-up conversation as a government, as a culture, as a society, about how we deal with the mental health phenomenon. About making sure it's good that we're talking about it much more as a society than we were a decade ago. That's a positive thing, but we need to make sure we're not clinicalizing some of these issues." Victoria demanded, "What do you mean?" As the MP replied, "Well, we need to be careful that when people are suffering from issues that don't need to be, receive clinical treatment for, that they're not. But surely the medic is the best person to make that assessment, and that's what's happening?" the host questioned. Richards said, "Well, at times the system, many people, my constituents come to me and they think the system doesn't work in a fair way for those who do need treatment and those that don't and perhaps are receiving it. We need to make sure the system is fair and workable, and as I say, that is a complex discussion that needs a big conversation across the country."